Hey everybody, RV Enthusiast here. Nice seeing you again. A little bit of a different video here today. We have my Cadillac Lyriq Luxury 3. I call it white on white. This is the white exterior with the white interior. And actually the video is not about the Lyriq. The video, hey, and look at this too. So cool. So the video is about not just buying the Lyriq and owning the Lyriq. I've had it for 2 weeks now. Haven't really done much showing or anything like that. But let me tell you a quick story about it. Ordered the Lyriq almost a year ago, 10 months ago. It hasn't been made yet, the one I ordered anyway, and so I finally got to the point where, okay, I'm gonna start looking around and seeing if I can find it, because I saw level 3 or Lux 3s coming out and Sport 3s coming out. So I checked with my dealer and he was like, yeah, no, not happening anytime soon. It's not even being built yet. So I came home, I was like, well, you know, I can think about gray and other colors like that, but what I did is I finally, after about a week, I said, you know, I'm gonna go on the Cadillac website and look and see if there's anything out there remotely close to it. So when I went to the site, I think there were 260 Lyriqs, 230 or 260. And I punched in my parameters all the way down to I wanted white, I wanted Lux 3, I wanted the sky gray interior. The only thing I didn't want was the power roof, the power moon roof. I wanted the moon roof, but not the power one. So when I punched in everything I got, one in the nation came up. This one came up, one in the nation. It was up in Bellevue, Washington, so a couple hundred miles away. So I called up there, and I had noticed when I looked at it, it did have the power moon roof. So I'm like, okay, well, that's a little bit more money than I wanted to spend on a power moon roof, because all my vehicles that have them, we don't use them. So called up there, they said, sorry, it's been purchased. They haven't picked it up, but there's money down on it. I said, okay, this was on a Friday. I said, okay, so I waited. Saturday, I went back and looked. It's still available on the site, both sites, Cadillac and their site. So I expected one to still be available. I figured their site would say sold, and the Cadillac site would still be available. So I waited till Sunday. This was Sunday the 18th of February. I called back, talked to another person, and he said, let me check with my boss. So, and he goes, I'll call you back in 5 minutes. And literally he called me back in 5 minutes. Noland, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you being very vigilant on this car. So he calls me back and he says, they backed out. I was like, ooh, why would they back out? It's only one in the nation. Why would they back out? So I said, okay, well, maybe they were wanting more money off or something. And I said, okay, no worries. So I talked to him, tried to make my best deal, which there's no deals on these. All you can get is the governmental rebate, and if you're a Costco member, $1,000 off. So I said, all right, I'm gonna come up next week and buy it. And I said, I'm gonna put some money down on it. And I said, I'm gonna put $5,000 down on it, because I can't, I didn't want my debit card to go, or my credit card to go over $10,000, and I had some money on it at the time. So I put the $5,000 down on it, and I said, I'll be up by the end of the week to get it. Me and the wife were gonna take the train up. Well, President's Day, hey, my wife's off. So we take the train up the very next day, Monday, and I called him. I said, hey man, we're gonna pick it up, have it 100% charged, blah, blah, blah. Went up there on the train, got to Bellevue at about 1:30, left Bellevue at about 3:30 with the car, and on my way back home, got it home about 7 o'clock at night. That's the story of the car. Okay, so what I want to talk to you about though is I got the car, And then I started, of course, looking on Facebook, and everyone's going, well, how quick do you get your, if you can choose two things. You can choose Qmarit to give you $1,500 kind of credit. Cadillac gives you a $1,500 credit to install a home charger, or you can get 2 years on EVgo. Well, I didn't know enough about EVgo. I've seen horror stories about it. And my nearest charger is a DC charger, is a 350 kilowatt Electrify America. So, and that's just 5 miles up the road. So I became a member of that. I became a member of EVgo. All that stuff. I did all that stuff, but I wanted the install on the house. So a week later, 1 week to the day, Cadillac says, hey, we gave your information to Qmarit. Literally 30 seconds later, I got an email from Qmarit. And I follow what they want. They wanted some pictures and stuff. I did that. Then I said, okay, yeah. They said, we'll get you a quote. Within 10 minutes, 15 minutes, a quote came through. Cadillac gives you $1,500 for the install. My install price from Qmarit was $1,550. So it's going to cost me $50. I'm like, okay. Does it come with the charger? No, you got to buy your own charger. I said, okay. So as soon as I said okay to that, within 30 seconds, the installer company sent me a text saying, hey, we've been assigned this. Do you want us to do it or not? So I called them up and I said, yeah, I want you to do it. When can you do it? And he said, we can be there on Monday. So 2 weeks to the day I bought the car, they came in and installed my 240 volt system. Now, I had to make sure I could get the charger I wanted from Amazon before they got here. So this was on like a Wednesday or Tuesday or Wednesday. No, it was a Monday. So I had to check, make sure I could get it from Amazon. Amazon said my charger will be here on Thursday. It did, it came Thursday. But I'm gonna show you, I think they're called Amex, is the installer name. I can't tell. I will tell you when I get in the house, because they left me a card to give people $25 or $50 off. And I'm not telling you that, but if you live in the Northwest, that's a pretty good deal there. The guy that came out, he came out, supposed to be here at 8 o'clock on Monday. He went to his second job first, so he came out at about 9:30. He had called me, maybe 9:40. He called me and said, hey, I'm late. I went to the wrong one first. I'll head there in just moments. I'm 30 minutes away. Sure enough, 30 minutes away, he comes in, and what he did, he installed it, and I think he did a fabulous job. I'm not knocking anything they did. They did a great job. So he came from here. I have 200 watt here, or 200 amp here, 200 amp here. He put it right here. It's great. See, you can see the dust still or something. Anyway, and EV chargers. He came in here, came up, put a hole here. He put caulk around it so it's caulked. Came here, flexed hose to there. Then he came around this, down here, and I thought he was going to come across and down. One, it would have saved him a little bit of pipe, but his concern was using angles to get around there because they're allowed 360 degrees before they can put another one of these in. Then you're allowed 360 degrees per code again. So he hit 360, put this in, came around, put it up in here, little flex hose. And as you can see, I bought the Tesla charger. This is the Tesla universal charger. So if you're going to use this charger to get the Tesla plug out, you just pull it. There's the Tesla plug. If you want the J1772, you push this little button here, and it comes out, and it's locked on, and when you push it back in, it locks back in. So, very nice. As soon as he hooked it up, green lights came on, started flashing, went through its gyrations, And they give you a, a quick start guide. And save this quick start guide. Save it. No matter what you do, save that guide. It will help you. So mine's right there. I'm probably going to put it in a little baggie and tape it into my circuit breaker panel. So he got it going. He's like, okay, go ahead and plug it in. And I was at 73. I needed 7% charge because I'm going to 80. I plugged it in. And what happened, you come over here, you hit your little button here. Come on, I'm here. This comes down, you plug it in, and I instantly got a red light. I was like, uh-oh. So red light on the Cadillac means it's not charging. There we go. Means it's not charging. So I was like, and my installer's still here. He went, we kind of looked around a little bit, couldn't figure it out. And he had his next appointment to go to. And I said, man, you did your job. That's fine. No worries. I'll get it figured out. So he left. And Pete, thank you so much. You did a great job, brother. So this is where it becomes a little bit more challenging. So you got to have a 2.4 gigahertz internet to work this. If you have 5 gigahertz internet, it will not communicate with this box at all. So I called Tesla. They said, that's what they told me. Hey, you got a 5 gig server. You can't talk to it. So I was like, well, what do I do? So she said, well, call your provider. I called my provider, which was Xfinity. And he asked which unit did I have, and I told him it's a white unit in the house for Xfinity. He goes, okay, this is what you do. He walked me through changing it from 5 gigahertz to 2.4. Took me 15 minutes. Came back out here, could communicate with this at that point in time. So I communicated with it, thought I did everything right, told it, hey, I needed 60 amps. It knew it was 60 amp service from the breaker. It knew it already. Did everything I was supposed to do, plug it in, red light. Okay, so I call Tesla back, and I got a different lady, and she said, oh, we need to run a firmware update for this. And she goes, we'll run the firmware update, you'll be up and running. I said, well, why did I have to do what the other lady told me? She goes, so you could look at the charger and see what's going on kind of thing for future, like looking, right? And I'm like, well, I'll use my car typically, but okay, I appreciate that. So she ran the update. This was at 3 o'clock day before yesterday. Today is Wednesday. So 3 o'clock on Monday, 3:15 on Monday, she said, 2 hours, it'll be done. You can plug it in. She goes, run this cycle, do this, do all this special stuff. And then it's a 12-step thing. Flip the breaker off 3 times, do this. Very spelled out. She gave me a very spelled out list. I did all that. I plug it in. Red blinking. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I call back. It was 5:15. So I call back 5:15. Sorry, we're closed. So the Tesla call center works very minimal hours. So 8 to 5, I think is what it was, or 8 to 5. It's like 7 hours. They're only open 7 or 8 hours. So I went to bed, had some sleepless rest because I wanted this to work, right? And my thought was I'm going to have to send this one back because it doesn't communicate with the Cadillac, and get one that I like less. I mean, there's nice ones out there. Emporia's nice, E-Grizzly. There are a bunch of them out there, but I just thought this one was the nicest looking one, and I aesthetically, I thought it was really nice. So I called back that next morning and talked to a guy from Tesla. His name was Roman. He's a very nice guy. And he goes, nope. He goes, she ran the wrong update. I can see it. It's right here. She ran it. It's the wrong update. You need the latest update. I'm like, holy cow. Okay. He goes, I said, do I got to wait 2 hours? He goes, you got to wait an hour and a half. And so And I said, do I got to do those 12 things she told me to do? He said, no. All you got to do is after an hour and a half, turn your breaker off. I waited 10 seconds or 15 seconds. So I waited from when I turned it off there. I walked over to here, looked to make sure, yes, it was off, walked back and turned it on. It reset the Tesla universal charger, and it went to this. This was pulsing, so it was on. This was pulsing. So you'll get 5 lights or 4 lights, depending upon how many amps you're running. I'm running 60, so it pulsed the whole thing. As soon as it went through all those, and this was just pulsing, I took it out, took it over to the Cadillac, plugged it in. It showed red. Then it went, nope, not red, blue, which is trying to communicate. Then it quickly flashed red back to blue. I look over at the charger, it's on blue. So I'm like, hey, they're talking. And then within 30 seconds, it flashed to green and started charging. I looked inside the Cadillac, it was charging nicely. So I had 7% to charge, and it charged that in, 45 minutes, 40 minutes, and it would have taken the level 1, the 110 one, that would have taken a long time, maybe a day. So for my first 2 weeks, I was using the level 1 because that's all I had, and I didn't want to. I was still going to go test out the Electrify America, and I'm still going to do that, but I don't need to right now, so I didn't. And then this got installed, loving it. He did a beautiful job, and this is working great. It's working great. So here's the tip. If you have a Cadillac Lyriq and you have your Tesla universal charger installed, and you plug it into your car, and it does not work. It turns red or it doesn't communicate at all. It may be black, just like that. It may not have anything. If that's the case, don't play around, mess around, trying to figure it all out. You're just wasting your time. Call Tesla. And your first Tesla person may not help you as much as you want them to help you. It doesn't matter what the update is. It doesn't matter if you know it's this update or whatever. Tesla knows. So call them. If they can't get it done the first time, call them right back and say, hey, it did nothing. I know my car should be working. It works with the one that I bought from Cadillac. And they will, what Roman did, he looked at it and he goes, yeah, she didn't run the right update. I'm like, okay. So he goes, hour and a half, it'll work. And he goes, if it doesn't, then we have other means of figuring out what we need you to do. So sure enough, hour and a half later, it worked, and it worked great. So if you're having problems with it, don't waste your time. Doesn't matter what the internet says. Doesn't matter what Facebook people say or Reels or anything you watch. Call Tesla. All right, let's look and see if I can tell you what the Tesla phone number is for customer service. Tesla customer service is 888-518-3752. 888-518-3752. And there you have it. Then you'll have your beautiful car. And I know not everyone thinks the Cadillac is beautiful and why didn't I get a Tesla, whatever. I think that's just a beautiful car. And it does need a wash after my first 2 weeks. But I got the car I wanted. Had to pay a little more for that moon roof, the power moon roof. Just kind of show you that right there. Yeah. So anyway, let's go look at in case you're in the Midwest, let's get you a name of the installer. And I'll give you an image of it too. It's Apex. And it's a $25 coupon. And I'll show you it all, just so you know. Here's the coupon. I'm sorry. There's the coupon.
Yeah, she just, like you said, she likes to inspire people, and she likes to be the passion, and she wants to look good.
And there you go.
So she wants her nails done, hair done, and everything.
Anyway, you can tell them that you saw it on, my channel, and I'll get 25 bucks, I guess. You'll get 25 bucks. I don't hold my breath for it, but good installer. Peter was his name. Did a great job. Personable enough, allowed me to ask enough questions, and I got to get out of the area with the TV because it's going to dominate, and then I'll get a strike, copyright strike. Anyway, yeah, I highly recommend Apex. They did a great job. If you don't have the Qmarit route, check them out and see what they'll do it for you for. But if you have Qmarit, I don't know if you can specifically ask for Apex, but they were right on the ball, very quick, and yeah, hey, good luck, guys. All right, guys, I came back out because I needed to give a quick shout out to State of Charge. I think his name's Tom. A lot of great information there on charger to choose, best charger of 2023, and stuff like that. I chose the Tesla over the Emporia, but lots of stuff there. Do your own searching, and the Emporia is cheaper, but I just liked the Tesla look. And I want to also, in getting my EVs, a lot of channels I look at, a lot. One I want to give another shout out to is Out of Spec Reviews, the Kyle. Great channel, tons of information. His dad, Out of Spec Dave, got a ton of information from him. Passport Bros, he's I guess a big New Yorker. He's a long talker like me, guys, but enjoy his channel. And there's a plethora of others, and I know I'm leaving a bunch out, but another guy that does the Lyriq, plain Lyriq charging channel, he kind of shows you chargers. I forgot his name, but anyway, thank everybody for helping, because I'm a bike channel first, guys, so I have like 40 electric bikes, trikes, and scooters. As you can see, a few scooters over here. I've been cleaning my garage, changing things around, but I just want to share with you something that I enjoy, something that I liked, and something that I had a very positive results with. All right, guys, peace, take it easy, have a great day, and we'll see you on the next episode.